excited to learn more.
Yeah.
I've been kind of following on social media for quite some time, and just due to my own life stuff, like I haven't. It's the first I've been able to get here, so
Sure.
I'm pretty excited.
Oh, I understand.
I've
Trust
seen
me.
that the reading classes have been available, and
Yeah.
I've not been available. So.
Yeah. Well, I am here every Wednesday.
All right,
So.
awesome.
Okay. So go ahead and I would go ahead and lay down.
Okay.
And would you like a blanket?
I don't know.
Let me
Sure.
turn that here. I usually turn it up to at least 76.
Yeah, I went ahead and just changed my shirt so I was comfortable.
Just in case. I'm gonna leave that right there next
That's
to
a
you.
cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and take a deep breath, focusing on pulling it up from your pelvis. And releasing all the way down. Go ahead, take another deep breath, pulling all the way down from the pelvis and releasing all the way out. On your next breath, go ahead and hold it at the top of your inhale. Count to 4 and release all the way out. One more time. Inhale. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And release all the way out. On your next inhale, I want you to sneak a little bit more air at the top. So inhale, sneak a little more, and all the way out. One more time. Inhale, sneak a little more, and all the way out. I want you to go ahead and imagine that your feet is touching warm sand. You can hear ocean waves even though your eyes are closed. Right now, just taking in the senses of smell, smelling the salt, smelling the fresh breeze, maybe even smelling the trees and the vegetation around you. And I want you to go ahead and relax on the sand, letting your body rest, allowing your hands and feet to feel the grains of sand as you touch the ground. The sand is a nice little abrasiveness against your skin. It feels good. taking away all of your mental anxiety, taking away any emotional distress, and anything that feels like a burden to your psyche or your body evaporates off of you and leaves you at this time. I am the clouds. I am divine. I am earthly. I am the seed. I am the tree. I am that I am. Calling in peace, love, and protection to carry us through our week, to guide us in our path. Asking for any conflicts to come to resolution. Asking for there to be peace wherever there is disharmony. Asking Mother Gaia to just cover us with her cleansing ocean waves, allowing us to wash away any stuck energy, any energy that is not our own, anything that needs to be shed and released at this time. And do the Reiki. I'm just going to touch your feet and your hands and your head. reach where we've left our consciousness. And without opening your real physical eyes, I want you to open your third eye, your eye of imagination, if you haven't already, to view this place and the beauty around you. I want you to imagine that you can see all kinds of creatures and sea life around you. Tidal pools filled with little fishes and little snails, little crabs and birds flying around. You even see a pod of dolphins passing your way in front of you in the water. You note how many dolphins you see in this pod, in this group. And you greet them from your heart and from your mind, thanking them for their carefree, playful energy that they are now sending your way. Allow yourself to just take in the peacefulness of the moment. Take in how comfortable it feels in this space and in this place. Go ahead and allow yourself to just relax on the sand, letting the sun set with no thoughts of anything but enjoying the present moment. assist this by wiggling your fingers and toes, just allowing your brain to wake up from the deep state that it's in. Taking a big breath of that good energy, imagining it filling you up in every inch and every cell, and storing it for future use. Take your time, and when you are ready, we will move forward. How was the experience, Holly? Good. So this is the time where we usually open up the Q&A. So I will typically ask if you have any questions before I share the information I got.
Oh, really?
So do you have any questions?
No, I mean, not really, no.
How was the experience for you?
It was good, like different levels of it. You know, it was pretty heavy at first, and then it got lighter as it went on. Yeah, so it was good though.
Good.
Yeah.
So, I got a couple like words while I was working on you. When I was working on your, because you're laying down. So I was working on your left hand. Yeah, when I was working on your left hand, I got the words balance and stability. And then when I was working on your other hand, so your right hand, I got the word cherish. And then when I first touched you, I got a kind of like empathic suggestion, I guess, would be to find out what your Ayurvedic medicine type is. Do you know anything about Ayurvedic medicine? So in Ayurvedic medicine, now I'm not an expert by any means, but sometimes they tell me to, they even told me to find out what my type is, so I know what type of Ayurvedic type I am. There's 3 different types. One's Kapha, and I believe that's like the fire and air type. And then the other one's Pitta. I don't remember, don't quote me.
Okay.
So, but it's Kapha, Pitta, and Vata. And I know Vata is like the really airy one. I think Pitta is the fire one, and I think Kapha might be like the watery one. But there's 3 different types, and basically Ayurvedic medicine centers its kind of suggestions on your food, your diet, your exercise, even daily habits, even like if you should swim, or like all kinds of things based on your Ayurvedic type. And so if you are looking for balance and stability, which is one of the things that I picked up, Ayurvedic medicine can really help you, because when I learned, so I'm an Aries, and so I thought forever, I was like, oh, I'm fire, I'm always fire, like fire, you know? And then I found out that I was Vata, which is air and space. So it's like no fire at all. And come to find out that like those kinds of people are actually really flexible, like physically, and like they need to be really mindful of like fried foods and things that are processed, but they're actually meat eaters, so they need like lots of meat to help them stay grounded because they're so airy. So they actually shouldn't be vegans and vegetarians, because they need some kind of meat in their diet to keep them from being on cloud 9, you know, wherever. So that was just an empathic suggestion to help.
How do you find that out?
You take a quiz. Like there's literally, it's like the easiest thing ever. There's all these different questions that you answer about like what kind of cravings you have, about like if you get hot and cold in certain situations. They'll even ask questions about like if you lose your temper or your patience sometimes. Like there's all kinds of weird questions. I'm sure, like, I don't know, I don't have like a website to recommend or whatever. I would trust your judgment on finding a website that doesn't look like Teen Cosmo, you know? But like, I think there's like Mind Body Wellness, like actual Ayurvedic practitioner websites that have those quizzes who are actual wellness providers.
Sure.
So I would try to find like an actual wellness provider website that has a quiz, because those are going to be the most accurate and most like,
Yeah.
but that's about it. I don't think I got anything else. I gave you lots of chi, which is energy. So it's like if you've been not sleeping well, or if you haven't had a lot of like physical energy, it just kind of helps your organs. It helps your, it's basically the idea of like our invisible battery. So I put some juice in your invisible battery is the best way to phrase it. But that was about it. So did you have any questions about that or anything else?
I don't know. Yeah, it's just a lot. Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like I definitely could go deeper into it. But like, so when you first start out with a sound bath and you're just kind of feeling the vibe, I guess that's how you decide what you're. So
Yeah,
I guess what were you feeling in that as it went on?
I felt like a lot of stuff in your crown, like to clear your crown chakra, which is just to kind of like put your mind at ease, which also controls, like your crown chakra controls your nervous system because it's your higher faculties. So if your crown chakra is calm, your nervous system is calm, your mental faculties are calm, you're not like, your brain isn't kind of like on a hamster wheel, if that makes sense. And so when I focus on the crown chakra, I'm basically trying to get that hamster off of the wheel, take a break, get some water, get a snack, so I felt a lot in the crown chakra, but in order to work on the crown chakra, I had to start with the root. So that's why we started kind of heavy and then went light, because I wanted to ground you first before I started working on your crown, because if I worked on your crown without grounding you, it could not be good when you're driving. So I have to make sure you're grounded, so that you are in, because if you're not grounded and I start working on your crown chakra, that's actually taking you out of your physical body. So we have mental chakras, and that's the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So this is kind of like the mental realm, and the physical chakras are the lower chakras, which is your solar, your sacral, and your root. So your chakras that are related to your body and your bodily functions, that's these guys. And then your these chakras are related to your nervous system, to your endocrine system, to your pituitary glands, to your lymph system. So it's a different part of the body that actually has to do with energy. So your lymph and your nervous system have more to do with electromagnetism than most people think. So those are the systems that are actually more influenced by energy, whereas these chakras are more influenced by what we actually physically do eat or consume, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah. I'm more affected by energy for sure. So I felt a lot more than expected.
Yeah,
because I allowed myself to. Yeah,
I mean, some people, like, they're at the end of it, they're like, whoa, like, wow, I didn't, like, that was interesting, and I wasn't expecting that, and this instrument did this to me, and so it's all when I channel it, because I'm an empath, I can kind of like pick up what's going on, so I know when to go heavier and when to go lighter. I know when to go louder. I know when, like, this sounds great to that person, but this is actually bothering that person. Like, I can feel it and pick it up. So I'm pretty good at like tailoring the sound baths, because I can basically feel what's going on.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the same way. I say unfortunately. I can like totally feel other people's energy, like without wanting to. A lot, and I think this is day one for me, really, and just trying to find a path to funnel that. Because it really affects me day to day. I don't know how to channel that. Channel is the better word. Funnel, like, channel that energy that I pick up from everyone around me. It's so annoying.
The best thing I know.
I just want to be me.
I know.
And not want to feel everybody.
That was one of the things I did for you, was get rid of people's dirty socks. That's what I tell. Like, because I don't know how to explain it, but this is how I always tell people, because when I'm like, your aura's got other people's dirty socks in it. That's what I say. And people understand what I'm saying, and it's so funny because I don't even really have to explain it. I'm just like, their dirty socks are in your aura. We got to get them out. So I always remove, a lot of what I do is removing other people's dirty socks from people's auras. And empaths and highly sensitive people collect more because we're magnets for it. And also we relate too much. We relate too much to other people, and when we start relating to other people, that is basically a window for their emotional energy to enter our emotional field because we're relating with them.
Gosh, I'm like, good grief,
Yeah. So it can be a lot. My suggestion to you would be grounding, because that's what the crown chakra needs, because your abilities are here, like intuitive abilities are up here, and you know your crown chakra is getting overwhelmed, and so what you have to do in order to balance out the crown chakra is focus on the root. You know, you kind of have to almost like because your crown chakra is very noisy and your root's quiet. So you almost have to kind of like
mine specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you kind of have have to like focus on the things that ground you, that help quiet that crown chakra. So the things that ground you, I think that's why I took you to the beach, you know, putting your feet in the sand.
Interestingly enough, though, I was going to tell you that I did start there. I was listening to you and I started there, and actually, like, my happy place just reopened on Monday, which was Wiggins, and I had my toes in the sand. I was actually went back to that place because it was really special on Monday. But interestingly enough, the further we got along, it took me to a place that I feel emotional about it.
Yeah, emotions come up. It's okay.
Yeah, it was like the happiest I've been in the last 4 years, and my brain went there, and it was actually like in the mountains. And it, like the fresh air and on the creek and everything that I was doing at that time.
Great.
I was in, go figure, like solitude then.
Yeah.
And I was the happiest that I've been really ever, because I was just like focused, like you said, on me, like on being grounded.
Yeah.
And all this noise is
yeah.
so
yeah.
So like,
and it's not your noise, it's like you're tuned into a noisy radio station.
Yeah,
you know
just all this noise around me, like it just gets to me. But that's where my brain went.
Good.
And I found that interesting because I felt alert while we were doing this, but I also not like was into it, you know, like meditating at the same time. And it was just like I couldn't, once I got there, I couldn't get away from it. Like all the sounds kept taking me to that place. And like you said, like my root's quiet because I finally got there. And when I released, I actually felt like, God, it was so heavy at first, and I could feel that release. And then I finally got to that place. But even though, like you were saying, Sand, my brain
it doesn't matter.
Totally just kept me in that place. And so that's what
it's the feeling, it's the emotion.
I was gonna go back to what you said about I'm a Cancer, so I'm a water.
Yeah,
sign, but
you're gonna be intuitive, being a water sign.
Very water, everything though, and I like just naturally have like healed on the water. Like when I, speaking of being grounded and even doing things for myself,
creeks are really good though.
Creeks, it's going kayaking. I was a whitewater raft guide for years.
It's the rhythm of a creek.
Yeah,
it's the rhythm of the creek that does a lot somatically for your brain. So one of the things that I'm super into, that I hope to kind of go more towards once I graduate massage school, is somatics and somatic healing. So that's body healing. It's basically mind body techniques and how to help people heal from PTSD and trauma and things like that. So
huge. Like,
I know like, you gotta heal the body. So many people, it's like talk therapy is great, and I think everyone should go to talk therapy, but I think that we need somatics.
I agree with you.
And we need to heal the body, and we have to heal the nervous system, because that's where, you know, we're repeating the cycles, you know.
Oh, definitely. And I feel like I have a long way to go. Like there's a lot, and I've known that I've needed this. It was just about like I just started a business, so I have no time, and I finally do. I just finally got my first two employees.
I go to school. I have a personal schedule. I have a boyfriend. So trust me, I understand.
I was like, you have to make time for yourself, Ollie. Like just this
which
1
is
hour.
Probably where the cherish comes from. I feel like the balance and stability and cherish is for you. You know, it's not talking about like anybody else. Like the balance and stability is for you, and the cherish is for you. You know, like what do you cherish? What makes you feel cherished? You know, and those things could help you feel balanced and stable. You know, which makes sense since we want to go to the root chakra to help us out with all the noise. You know,
totally. I wonder too, though, going back to the whole, I don't remember what you called it. You might have to write it down for
No,
me,
you're good.
like the fire, air, or
Oh,
water.
yeah. I'll write down Ayurvedic medicine for you.
Oh,
yeah.
please do.
Yeah, I will.
So I think it's water, but it's interesting that like my place was actually like out in the mountains, would be one with the earth and the air and stuff. So like I would like to take that
That's
test.
what I'm saying. Like I was totally shocked when I, cause like I met how it all started was I got a massage from a Thai yoga massage therapist, and she was in Thailand for 20 years, like studied there, all this stuff. So she also studied Ayurvedic medicine while she was in Thailand, and so while she was doing the massage on me, she was like a little bit intuitive herself, I guess, and she was talking to me, and she was like, do you know any, because she knows I run my own holistic health business, and she was like, do you do Ayurvedic medicine? I said, no, I don't do Ayurvedic medicine, that's not my wheelhouse. And she goes, you're Vata. And I was like, you know what? She's like, you know what Vata means? I was like, yeah, I know what Vata means. She was like, you're Vata. She was like, change your diet or something. I don't know what she said to me. But she was stretching me, and she was telling me I'm so flexible. She's like, Chelsea, you're super flexible in your body. She was like, so you have to be mindful. And I know that because years ago I found out that I have something that most people are born with, like a lot of people are born with it. It's called lax ligaments or loose ligaments.
Oh, really?
And basically your ligaments are loose rubber bands, and they're not tight rubber bands. So your bones and your joints have a lot of pressure on them because your ligaments aren't tight like they're supposed to be. But it makes you super flexible, and it makes you double jointed. It makes you be able to do all the weird, crazy, freaky stuff. Like those people that can do that.
You can do that?
I can't do some of that. Because what happens is those people dislocate their bones. So what you don't realize that they're doing is they're dislocating and relocating their bones, and they're able to do that because of their lax ligaments. I don't do that, and I actually have to be careful in my yoga practice because I've popped out ribs and I've popped out my hip and I've popped things out by going too far or doing certain yoga poses that I just need to accept that I'll never be able to do because of my body, It's not like I'm not strong enough or flexible enough. It's
honoring myself.
I'm honoring the limitations, what I mean? It's like I probably will never climb Mount Everest, and it's okay, I can still rock out at the gym. So, I think that for you, another thing, a grounding crystal for you. So, black tourmaline, obsidian, or any kind of red crystal, carnelian. So either black or red. So any kind of black or red crystal that you already have, or one that you feel attracted to, keep that on.
Those aren't colors that I would be attracted to at all, actually.
Yeah. You could also get tiger's eye. This is grounding, but it's also good for the sacral and solar plexus. You can look at it. It's like a gold. You can see why it's called tiger's eye. You just wear it. And so each crystal has a certain vibration because, so the science behind it is that each crystal is made up of different compounds. Some of them are like magnesium silicate. Some of them are like iron sulfite. Crystals are made of all different kinds of minerals. So scientifically, it's really the minerals that are interacting with your body. But the woo-woo side of it, the woo-woo side of it is that these crystals contain energy signatures that align with yours and change it. So for example, if you're super anxious and you wear a crystal that has a super calming signature, that crystal is going to help bring you down.
So that would be black or red?
Mm-hmm. Well,
because those seem like
bold colors. It depends.
Okay.
So if it depends on the type of anxiety you have, and like I tell people this all the time, that if you're drawn to a certain color, and it's not, or you're drawn to a certain crystal and it's not the color I said, then just screw what I said and get the crystal.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
That's interesting.
But it really depends. I noticed that heart chakra people who care. So your anxiety's in your crown.
Yeah.
That's why I'm recommending the root. A lot of people that have,
it's also here though too.
Mm-hmm. Which is why the tiger's eye might be good because the tiger's eye, and again, certain crystals they can